In this video, I will show you step by step how to get started with the email marketing software Sendinblue. And here's what I'll be covering: how to set up a free account, how to import your email contacts if you're switching from another provider, how to create a simple sign-up form, how to create an email automation sequence for your new email subscribers, and how to create and send out email campaigns and newsletters. I leave timestamps to all the steps down below in the description, so if you're looking for a specific part, you can find it down below in the description of this video. Now, this is a step-by-step tutorial showing you exactly from start to finish how to set up your Sendinblue account. So it is designed so that you can actually set up your Sendinblue account alongside watching this video. However, if you have some questions at any point of this video, just leave them down below in the comment section and I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. And if this video actually helps you getting started with Sendinblue, make sure to give it a thumbs up, because that will tell YouTube that it's actually a good video and more people can find it. So let's get started. The first step is to go down to the description of this video and click on the first link that you find there. That will take you to the website of Sendinblue where you can sign up for a free account. So do that now and we'll go from there. Alright, so the link in the description should take you to this page here where you can get started with a free account. To get started, just go to the top here on the top right and click sign up free. Then we have to enter our company name here, and I will just enter my name and one of my email addresses. Because I already have an account with Sendinblue, I'm just going to show you how to do the sign up process here. So type in your email address and then a password. So just going to type in one and then click get started. Now you have to confirm your email address. So just go to the email address that you have just put in there, and then you want to click on activate my account, and then it will take you inside of the Sendinblue dashboard. Okay, so I've just went into my Gmail account and here's what this email looks like. So you have to click on confirm my email address. And then when we click on it, it should take us into the Sendinblue account where we can finish completing our profile. So just go through this page here, enter all of your information, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so now you need to validate your phone number. So you should get a message from Sendinblue with a code, and then you just type in the code in here and then click here, and then it will take you to the next page. Alright, so it took like 30 seconds until I got the message, and now I have the code ready. So let's move on here. Okay, so that takes you to the next page, which is the page where you need to decide on a plan. Now, what we're going to go for in this tutorial is just a free plan. And with the free plan, you get unlimited contacts, so it doesn't matter how many email contacts you have. And you can use email campaigns, automation, forms, and all the basic stuff that you need. What you don't get with the free plan is the landing page builder. So if you don't have a website yet, and you do need a landing page, then you need to go for the premium plan, which is 49 euros per month. Also, you have a limit of how many emails you can send with each plan. That's basically how the pricing works with Sendinblue. Most email marketing softwares, they price based on the number of contacts you have, but Sendinblue, they price based on the number of emails you send out. So with the free plan, we can send out up to 300 emails per day, and that if you need to send more emails than 300 per day, you need to upgrade to the light plan or any other plan that is above the free plan. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to use the free plan right now, and we're going to get started with this one. So I'm going to select this plan, and that will finally take us into the Sendinblue dashboard where we get started to set up our email marketing. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to import your existing contacts to your Sendinblue account. That's for everybody that has been using another email marketing provider in the past, or people that already have an email list and they switch to Sendinblue, so they need to import their contacts into the Sendinblue account. If you don't already have any contacts, just go down to the description of the video and click on the next part of this tutorial, which will show you how to set up the branded email address and set up your emails and automations. But now we're going to get started with setting up with importing the contacts. So how we do this is by going to the top left and then we click on contacts. Now you only have one contact in there right now, which is your own email address. So what we want to do is go to the top right and click on Import Contacts. Now what I would strongly suggest is that you download your email contacts as a CSV file from your other email marketing provider, and then you can upload it by clicking on this button here. That will make things a lot easier. So let's do that now. I'm just gonna click on Upload a File, and I will upload a sample file so that you can see how it looks when you upload your email contacts. So I just click on Select Your File and drag and drop it here. I just click on it, and then I'm gonna look for it. I have a sample file just for this tutorial. So let's just see where it is. Okay, so this one. Okay, so I have just some sample emails in there and one of my emails. So it's just 3 emails. For you, it's probably gonna be a bigger list. So I'm just gonna click on Confirm Your File. Okay, so when you have uploaded your email list, you will get to this step here, which says Mapping Data. And most email marketing providers, they collect a lot more data than simply the email address and the name. They also collect things like IP addresses and a lot more other stuff. So if you have those data or this data inside of your email list, you wanna tell Sendinblue what this data should relate to. So for example, it already recognizes that the email addresses here, that's the email. So you have the names, for example, here on this side, and then you want to tell Sendinblue that this is actually a name so that you can save this data here as a name. So we just want to use this one as the first name, because for me, I always just capture the first name. So for me, that's already enough. That's all I want to import into my account, simply the name and the email address, because that's all I'm going to use anyway. I'm not going to use any of the IP addresses, so that's all I need. So I can go scroll down and move on from there. So just scroll down and click on Confirm Mapping once you have assigned all of the data to a specific column. So click Confirm Mapping, and then you will have to select a list where you want to put those contacts in. So for me, I'm going to click on this list right here called YouTube subscribers. You probably will only see one list in your account. So you can click on your first list, which is the list that everybody has when they sign up for a new Sendinblue account. So I'm going to use the YouTube subscribers list here for me and click on Confirm List. So now we need to finalize our import. So we have some more options here. The first one means that if you already have the email address inside of your Sendinblue account, that they will change the data that you have just uploaded. So you probably won't have any emails in your account yet, so you can turn this on or turn it off. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, and all of the stuff below I'm going to leave it as well. And now we have to also confirm that we actually have the permission to put those emails inside of our account so that they have actually voluntarily opted into our email list. So we just click on I confirm that my new import adheres to these conditions. You can read it for yourself. And then we click on Confirm Your Import. Okay, so now we have imported our contacts into the Sendinblue account, and we see import has been completed, and these email addresses along with the first name that we have assigned is now in our email list. So you might have noticed that on the top of your screen you see this orange banner which says that your account hasn't been validated yet. And when you complete your profile, upload your contacts and create your first campaign, they should automatically validate your account. But for me, it takes like a long time, so I actually emailed them. And what you want to do if they don't validate your account right away, you can email them at contact@sendinblue.com, and then they will get back to you and tell you what you need to do to actually get validated. For me, I just sent them what I'm going to use my my email account for, what I'm going to send, what kind of emails, because they just need to know that you're not a spammer, and then they will validate you. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is actually set up our branded email. So if you have a domain, you want to use your domain's email to send out emails. Otherwise, you will probably just go in the spam folder when you use your simple Gmail or Hotmail address. So that's what we're going to do now. So for that, we just go to the top right, click on your name or your company name or whatever is there, and then click on senders and IP. And there you can set up a new sender. What a new sender is just the email address that you will want to send emails from. You already see that I have set up 2 emails right here. So this is the email that I've used to sign up for my Sendinblue account. And then the second one is the one that I've set up manually. And the way you do this is by clicking on the top right here on add a new sender. And then you type in the name that people should see when they receive an email from you. So for me, I just want them to see my first name. So I just type in Simon, and then I will type in the email address that I want to, my branded email address. So for me, it's right now simon@learnpassiveincome.com, which is my domain. And then I click save. As I've already done that, I'm not going to click save right now, but you click save, and then you will get an email from Sendinblue where again you have to confirm that this is in fact your email address, and then you are done. And then you will have your email address here in your senders list, and you can actually send emails from your branded email address. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is create a form, like a simple sign up form that you can then put on your website where people can actually sign up to your email list. If you want to have a landing page, like a whole landing page that you can send people to, and you want to use the landing page builder of Sendinblue, you can do that, but you have to sign up for a paid plan. So what we're going to do in this tutorial is just create a simple sign-up form that you can also kind of use as a landing page if you want to, but it's more for people that actually want to that already have a website and they want to put like a contact form inside of their website so they can capture the email addresses of their customers or of their visitors. And that's what we'll build here inside of this tutorial. So to do that, click on Contacts on the top left. And then on the left side, you'll see the option Forms. So just click on Forms. And then you want to create a new subscription form. Now, if you don't already have a form in here, which is probably the case if you just created your account, then you maybe have a button in the middle here. For me, it's on the top right. So I'm just going to click on the top right, create a new sign-up form. And then we get to the settings. Now, we want to give the form a name. I'm just going to name it Tutorial. But you want to give it a logical name, whatever applies to your website or business. People are not going to see the name of your form. That's just for you, so that you know what the form is for. Then we click Next, and then we'll get to the designer of the form. So there's already like a template of a simple newsletter sign-up form that you can use, and that's just to capture the email address. If you also want to capture the name of somebody, what you can do is go on the left side here and then drag in a new attribute inside of your newsletter form, and then change the attribute to first name, for example, so that you can also capture the first name of people. Now I'm just going to use the simple form that's given here with a simple email sign up. But again, you want to spend some time on it, maybe that it really fits into your website. So you can, by clicking on form design here, you can change the background, the text, the font and everything. It's basically self-explanatory, just learning by doing. Just spend some time here to create a nice looking form. And you can also check how it looks on mobile just by switching the button on top here. So you can do that. And once you've finished this, you can click on Next. And then they recommend to use reCAPTCHA, which is just an option to prevent bots from signing up to your email list. Right now I don't use this and I don't have any problem, but if you want to use this, you can also implement this into your sign-up form. So we'll move on from there. Now we have to assign a list to our sign-up form. So for everybody that signs up with this form, they will put on a specific list. And you probably already have or only have one list inside of your account because you've just created your account. So you can just click on the list that you have here, your first list in this example. So choose your list and then click on next. Now you have the possibility to decide if they should have a double opt-in or a single opt-in. This means that if people give their email address and you have double opt-in, then they will need to again confirm that they actually want to be on your email list. So they will get another email and then they have to click another button so that they're actually on your list. I don't usually use double opt-in, but for some countries, maybe it is mandatory that you do that. So check how the rules are for you, and maybe you want to use double opt-in. Then you can also have like a simple confirmation email, but for me, I always have an automation sequence set up once somebody signs up for my email list. So I'm just going to use no confirmation email right here. And we will build an automation later on that will be automatically sent out for everybody that signs up to our email list anyway. So we're not going to need a confirmation email right here. So I'm choosing no confirmation email and then I'm clicking next. Okay, so messages, I'm just going to leave it as it is and then click next. And then you have basically finished your form, and you can use the form to put on your website, as I said. And the way you can do it is by going to HTML here, and then you copy the HTML code and then paste it under the header of your website. I'm not going to cover how to do this now, but you can Google or you can search YouTube for some tutorials how to paste the HTML form into your website with WordPress or whatever you're using, and that should not be that hard. If you want to simply use it as a landing page, you can just copy this link right here, and then if you paste it inside of your browser, you will just see this kind of landing page. So you can also use this one. It's just not as pretty because the link doesn't really look nice. So I would suggest you just paste it inside of your website. Okay, so we're done creating a form, so we can now click done. So now what we want to do is for everybody that signs up to our email list using this form, we want to have an automatic email sent out to them, kind of welcoming them to our email list. Or if you like giving something away, we want to give them whatever we're giving away, like an ebook or a checklist or something. So that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to create an email that will be automatically sent out to them, and then we're going to use automations to set up this automation. So first we need to create this email. So just click on the top left on the logo of Sendinblue, and that will take you back to your dashboard. Then we want to click on templates on the left side because you need to create an email template for that to work. You already have some templates, some default templates inside of your account, but we're going to create a new one. So just click on the top right here on new template. And then we want to give the template a name. So for me, it's going to be a welcome message. I'm just going to name it welcome message. Then the subject line is actually what people will see when they receive your email. So if you have like a lead magnet, what you can type in is here's your free ebook. Or if you just want people to sign up for a newsletter, you can just type in welcome to my newsletter, something like that. So I'm just going to use this one right here. And then what you want to choose is the actual branded email address from your own domain that we have signed up, that we have set up before. So for me, it's this one, simon@learnpassiveincome.com. Then again, you can decide what name should appear whenever they receive your emails. For me, it's just going to be Simon, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to click next step on the top right. Now you have some different kind of email editors that you can use. So if you have like a visual email with a lot of images and logos, then I would recommend you use the drag and drop editor. If you have a simple text email, just like if you would write an email to a friend or something, only text there, then you can use the rich text editor. So I'm going to show the rich text editor is very simple. You just type in the text. You can also you can use links, hyperlinks and stuff like that. So I'm not going to show you this because it's self-explanatory. I'm going to show you the drag and drop editor. So I'm going to click on this one. And there you also have like a default template that you can use, and you can change everything inside of this editor. So you can insert images, you can insert your logo here, you can change the text. So I'm just gonna type in welcome. And it's also like learning by doing. Just drag in whatever you need from the left side here, and you can change your address, you can change all your social media links on the bottom here. So if you click on them, you can just insert, or you can paste your social media links in there. If you have some more, you can just activate them, deactivate some. It's kind of really easy actually to create an email like that. I usually don't use the visual creator because I just send out simple text emails. But if you like to have like a visual designed email, then use this one. Okay, so once you've finished creating your email, you can just click on Save and Quit on the top right corner. And then we'll see like a preview of what our email will look like. Now, I didn't really design my email because it would take too long for this tutorial, but for you it will be like your logo, your image, or whatever you've put in there. And then this is how it looks like for somebody that's opening your email with in a desktop version. So that's how it will look like. And you can also again switch to mobile. That's what it will look on a tablet or on a mobile. So again, just check if everything looks fine, and then if it does, just click on Save and Activate on the top right. Okay, so now we have saved the template and activated successfully. So now that we have set up our welcome email, we can actually set up the automation that whenever somebody signs up for our email list, it will automatically trigger to send out this email that we have just created. So the way we want to do that, or the way we do that, is to use automation. And you see on my bar here, you already see the automation button, but I don't know if you see it on your account. So if you don't, just click on the plus sign here on the top, and that's where you can set up all the tools that you want to have in your bar. So if you see an automation somewhere, then just here. So the automation, you just want to tick this one so that it's in your bar as well. So make sure that's turned on, and then you will also see it on the top here. So to get started with automation, just click on automation here, and then we want to create our first workflow. Now again, just click on create workflow, and then we want to create a custom workflow. So just click on custom workflow, again, give it a name. So for me, it's going to be tutorial, and a description if you want to. You don't need to give it a description. And then you can decide if somebody can go through your workflow multiple times. I usually tend to just turn this off because I don't see the reason why people would need to go through my workflow multiple times and with the same email address. So I'm going to click done, and there's our workflow. So we first need to decide who's going to be put in this workflow. And the people we want to put on this workflow is the people that sign up with our form. So we click on the plus sign here on the entry point, and then we want to click on a contact submitted a form or submits a form. You can also have other entry points, like if a certain contact does something specific, like he opens a specific email, then you create a separate workflow for that, but that's kind of more advanced. So what we're going to do here is just say a contact submits a form, and then we have to decide what form they submitted. So I'm going to use the one that I have just created, which is the tutorial form. Okay, so we've chosen this one, then we click OK. So everybody that will sign up with the form will be put in this workflow. Now again, what we want to do is send out an immediate email welcoming them to our email newsletter or email list. So we click on the plus sign below this this one here, and then we have a lot of options. So what we want to do is just click on the send an email, which is on the top. And then this is where you see all your templates emails. And as we have just created our welcome message, you will see your welcome message here. So you just choose your welcome message and then click OK. So now if you activate the workflow here, then whenever somebody signs up, this welcome message will be automatically sent to them. Now, if you want to have like a 7-day sequence, what you can do is just send an email and then like wait a day and then send another email, then wait another day, so that every day they will be sent an email. So if you want to like promote something to them, you can kind of build a relationship with your first 5 emails, and then with the last 2, you kind of promote something to them. So the way you do that is by just building out your workflow. So you can click on the plus sign again, and then you want to look for a condition and then click on add a delay. And I usually just wait a day, so contacts will wait for 1 day. Just click 1 and then choose day here, and then I click OK. And then what I'll just do is create another email and then just send another email here. I only have like this 1 email now, so I can't choose another one, but that's how it would work. And you just keep building out your workflow however long it should be. It could also be like a year long. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. But that's basically how you build a simple workflow within Sendinblue. All right, so let's say you've already captured some emails. You have like 100 email subscribers, and now you want to send out a weekly newsletter, sending them to your blog article or to your YouTube video, or you want to have like, or if you have a product that you want to promote. I'm going to show you how to send out an email campaign or an email newsletter. It's basically the same thing here. So we go back to the dashboard. So we click on the top left button here. Remember, if you want to activate your workflow, you have to click on activate the workflow. So I'm just going to quickly do that, and now we see it's active. Okay, so now I'm going to go back, click on the logo, and I'm back in my dashboard. The way I set up my email campaign is to go to the left here and click on email. Then you see I don't already have any email campaign, so I'm going to create a new email campaign by clicking on create an email campaign. Now you want to give the campaign a name. So for me, I'm just going to type in newsletter. And the subject line is maybe what I've been doing this week, just as an example. And then again, you want to choose the email address you want to send it from and your name that should appear in the email inbox of your subscribers. Then you click next step. And you have the same options here with your template emails. You have the drag and drop editor or the rich text editor. So I'm just going to show you the rich text editor right here. So it's just a very simple text editor here. So you can type in whatever you want to. Hi there. How are you? And you can also add links. So if you want to put in a link, you can just type in whatever the link should say, or maybe something like click here to read my blog article. And then you want to actually make this a link, so you can highlight it and click on this icon here, and then just type in the URL inside of the URL button. URL bracket here. So I'm just going to type in Google, and then this one will be a hyperlink. So that's how you can write your email. All right, so let's say this email is finished now. So we click save. And then again, you have like a preview of your email. So this is what it looks like on desktop. This is what it looks like on mobile. And what I recommend is to actually send out a test email to your own email account so that you can see how it looks like inside of your email inbox. That way you can also check if maybe it goes to the spam folder. So you want to maybe change some things inside of your email that will trigger the email going to spam. The way you do that is by going to send a test on the top right, and then you type in the email that you want to have the test sent to. And then you just click send test and you will get the email. Once you've done that and everything's fine, just click on next step. And then we have to decide what list, what email addresses that email should go to. So let's say I have a list called YouTube subscribers that has like 3 contacts. So I'm going to choose this list right here. And that's all the people I want to send this one to. So I just choose this list, and then I click on next step. Okay, so there's like an overview of what I'm going to be sending, who I'm going to be sending it to. And once everything looks good, I'm going to click schedule on the top right. Now I have the possibility to send it now, or I can schedule it. If you want to have the best time which is basically an option where Sendinblue analyzes when people are actually reading emails so that you have a higher open rate. But you need to have a paid plan in order to use that feature. So we can now simply use the schedule feature or the send it now feature. And again, that's self-explanatory. So let's say I want to send it now. So I'm just going to click on continue. And then you have to confirm again. And now the email is sent to those people inside of that list. So once your email is sent, what you can also do is check the statistics of your email. So you can check how many people opened the email, how many people clicked any links in the email. And the way you do that is by going to the left and click on statistics. And that's where you see like the number of people that got the email, the number of people that have opened the email, the number of clicks, the number of people that have unsubscribed after opening an email, and like complaints, bounces, and all that kind of stuff, which is basically just the simple statistics of an email marketing software that you can see here in the statistics. And it's very clean here. It's very easy to check. So once in a while, it makes sense to just check your statistics, see what emails work, what emails don't work, and you want to keep optimizing the emails that you send out to your email subscribers. Great, so now you should have set up your Sendinblue account. If you actually found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, because that tells YouTube that it's actually a good video and it will push it in the YouTube algorithm so that more people can find this video and get help from this tutorial. If you have any questions or you want to give me some feedback about this tutorial, then just leave them down below in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you want to see more tutorials from me about email marketing, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss any new uploads that I put on my YouTube channel. With that being said, thank you very much for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.